Well, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you fine folks back to my program. You know, I often hear Spag says this and Spag says didn't say this, and I'd like to remind y'all that it does not matter what I do and do not say. What matters is little moments like this, little moments where we can all be together, drop our guards, and just enjoy each other's company. Immense gratitude filling all of us. You know, it's about that time of year. Leaves are starting to fall down, and streaks of auburn and mahogany colors fall along the sidewalk. The smoke of a campfire rises up into the sky and meanders into tomorrow. Quite a wonderful sight, and how can you not be romantic about it? You know, friends, I'm glad that we are able to share this time together. We live in a time of ideological warfare and polarization and just pure hatred for one another. Though I might be separated from you right now, whether it's through a television screen or the technological device of your choice, I want you to know that we are together in spirit. You know, as I've been doing a lot of thinking, I've been thinking about music, and I have a good friend of mine, Mr. Bobby Bear, and he has this wonderful little song. And though Bobby did not write the song, he does sing it. And matter of fact, he sings a wonderful rendition of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to help y'all out. If you love somebody enough, you follow wherever they go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. She'd come back to Memphis someday. That's how I got to Memphis. The rest of the song goes on, but it's a wonderful little song. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spag Says, your mother's sixth favorite show on SGTV. So, I mean, you'll kind of notice that we are actually in a different place than the last couple times we filmed. So last week when we were in the Russell Underground, our guest, Mr. Grant Presnell, decided to trash the entire room once he left camera. So we're temporarily suspended. I'll get back to you whenever that's fixed. But let's talk about the news, shall we? The East Wing of the White House is no more. President Trump has finished his demolition of the White House's historic East Wing, where in its place, the president plans on building a $100 million ballroom. The East Wing was historically known as the First Lady's base of operations. Time will tell what this means for First Lady Melania and her successors. But for now, there's a large portion of the White House that's just like missing. Maybe it's just me, but the White House as it is right now, it kind of looks like you were playing Minecraft and you thought like, oh, like let me blow up my house, like it'd be kind of funny, and then you forgot to turn off autosave, so you log back in the world and you're like, oh crap, like my house is actually like messed up. Are we beginning to get movement on the 2028 presidential election? It's starting to look like that might be the case. In a sit-down interview with the BBC, former Vice President Kamala Harris said, "I am not done yet," as it relates to her presidential aspirations. Additionally, hype is starting to build around California Governor Gavin Newsom for his presidential bid in 2028. Newsom said that he intends to wait until the 2026 midterms are over before making a decision. But I mean, like, come on. I mean, like, the guy's going to run for president. Like, we all know he is. Whether you like him or not, like, come on. Like, he's going to. I mean, with the news surrounding Harris and Newsom, it'll be surprising, though, that come 2028, what the playing field will look like for Democrats and Republicans. I think for the Democrats, we can probably expect someone like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez would run. I mean, maybe Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is a name to watch out for. For the Republicans, though, I mean, like, who are they going to nominate? I mean, J.D. Vance is probably the front runner right now. Marco Rubio, current Secretary of State, is a name to watch out for. According to Steve Bannon, Trump for a third term. 22nd Amendment. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't. I just host this show. If I had to go with my gut feeling, though, who I think the next president's going to be, my gut tells me it's going to be the Jimmy John's guy. I mean, a true rags to riches story. So we actually had a story in the script about ongoing problems with gerrymandering in the country, but someone rearranged my script, so it's no longer in here. So an issue that we thought was largely specific to America is maybe not. The nation of Cameroon just re-elected their president, Paul Biya, who is 92 years old. Look, I get it. There's a lot of old heads in Washington, D.C. right now making decisions for people a fraction of their age. But, this is a start. Now we can flex how young and hip our politicians are. I mean, at least in comparison to Cameroon. I mean, surely that makes you feel a little better, right? News from the NFL. Rookie sensation Cam Skattebo suffered a gruesome ankle injury this past Sunday in a game against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is truly a devastating injury as Skattebo was having a fantastic start to his NFL career and helping the New York Giants seem like a somewhat competent franchise for the first time in 30, 40 years? Besides the point. I think it's fair to say, though, that most people are surprised that it's an ankle injury taking out Skattebo and not CTE. When asked about the injury, the dizzy-eyed Skattebo had to say, "What injury?" I don't know if that's grit or just disillusionment from using his head like a punching bag constantly. Call Scooby and the gang because we have a mystery on our Call Scooby and the gang because we have a mystery on our hands. The world-famous Louvre Museum in Paris was recently broken into by thieves who stole roughly $100 million in jewels. This is the kind of stuff that you see in like a James Bond movie, not real life. I think the best part about this whole thing is that, one, a jewelry heist is like the most cartoonish thing I think I've ever seen. But like, have you guys seen the picture of like that one guy? Like this guy right here. This guy? Like I can't tell if he's a member of the Rat Pack or Inspector Gadget. You know, my parents used to talk about, Saturday morning cartoons and how awesome it was waking up every weekend, running to the TV and watching your favorite shows. I think this whole like jewelry shindig is like the closest I will get to that experience in my lifetime. Well, that's all I've got for you guys in regards to the news. After this break, we're actually, believe it or not, I know Grant screwed up really bad last week, but we are in fact bringing on another guest right after this break. So stick around, you don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome our guest, Mr. Billy Reinhard.
Hi guys, pleasure to be here.
Billy. What's up? Billy, you listen to that new Geese album?
No.
Nobody has. Well, Billy, I've got some hard-hitting questions, and I would love just an honest answer from you.
All right, I'm here for it.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Do you think Walt Disney is frozen at Disney World?
I think he might be somewhere else, somewhere like more secure, like Fort Knox, mayhaps.
Yeah. Or like Arlington National Cemetery.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like the eternal flame is actually Disney and not John F. Kennedy?
I think
that's a conspiracy theory you're not ready for.
That's hard hitting for sure.
Yeah. Are you good with this question? Do you want to move on,
I'm
or
ready.
do you want to stay on this for a little bit longer?
I mean,
we'll move on.
Okay.
Billy, what's your thoughts on artificial intelligence? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's going to kill us all?
Well, I'm just gonna give my honest answer here, my honest opinion.
That's all I want.
I don't really use AI.
No.
I never really have. I don't know. I think it's just pride, to be honest, because I'm like, oh, I could use ChatGPT to do this and it'd be so much faster. But it's also like, I'm smart. I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are.
Like, thanks. But I don't know. I think some of the AI stuff is good where it like can make things faster. But I think if like we're talking about art, I think that's kind of different. And it's just more like a feeling than anything else.
Would you consider this show a form of art?
It's an attempt.
So you think I could be replaced by AI? You don't have to answer.
Okay.
Billy, you studied abroad this summer.
I did.
How was that?
It was great, except there was this one guy on the trip who wouldn't shut up the whole time. And I think his name was like Stoogie, something like that. I don't know. Real annoying. He had a mustache at the time. I just wasn't here for it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like.
Other than that, it was fantastic.
Tell me about
I had the time of my life. I met so many really great people, except for that one guy, which I won't mention. And I just learned a lot of stuff. Learned a little Spanish, which was cool. Not a lot. I'm pretty bad at it.
Yeah.
You okay? You seem a little flustered.
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Never been better.
Okay.
Cool. Billy, would you consider yourself a method actor?
Ooh, I prefer Windex.
That's fine. Billy, how much is too much food at Thanksgiving dinner? Because like your grandma makes a lot of food. You get that first plate. You can,
I don't want my grandma's cooking. That's just unrelated. But
okay.
Actually, wait, she might watch this.
You have somebody's cooking. Right?
Okay,
and you get that first plate, right? You kind of test the waters, get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're like, okay, I really like the potatoes. I really like the casserole or whatever. So you go back and you load up for seconds. But after seconds, thirds,
do
fourths,
I have more?
Like, just where's the cutoff?
So here's how I operate. First plate, it's a sampler, pretty much.
Yeah.
You see what you like. You're like, that looks good, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. So you go for it. Second plate, that's when you get the things that, if you're still a little bit hungry, because you probably are, you're like, okay, let me get some more turkey, let me get some of this, some of that. And then third plate, if you're still eating, that's where you go for like the hits. Like that's where you go for like mashed potatoes. You know what I mean? Just give me hella mashed potatoes, gravy, whatever else that was good. If the turkey's good, which it probably isn't, get some of that. Stuff like that. Just get some stuffing in you. Just basically all the carbs at the end. And then pie.
Pie.
Lots of pie.
What kind of pie?
I love pecan pie. That's my favorite kind of pie.
What about pumpkin pie?
I love pumpkin pie too.
What about apple pie?
I love apple pie too.
What about a cobbler?
Ooh, yeah. Peach cobbler. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you're from like Jersey, right? They don't have like
I am from New Jersey.
They don't have like pizza for Thanksgiving, or I don't know. what have you guys got up there? I don't know.
Well, there's an orchard like 20 minutes from my house. It's called Delicious Orchard. Shout out. And they make homemade pies like using
Delicious Orchards. They're probably not going to see this.
I don't care. I want the people to know that I love Delicious. They make apple cider. They make apple cider donuts.
Do you know anything about the viewership of this show?
0.
Damn near.
That's cool. That's okay. Whoever's watching, if you're ever near where I live, which you probably won't be, go check out Delicious Orchards. It's really good. Actually, I don't have to keep talking if you want, but I got more to say.
We'll stop there.
Okay.
One last question.
So I was at fall break and my mom got apple cider donuts from Delicious Orchards, and I got them, and I had them with my
time
coffee,
out.
and it was really good.
Billy, this is my show.
Not for long. I know. I probably already said that, but I'm taking over.
I have one more question, if you don't mind.
That's it.
Yeah.
Some interview.
Do you think the Flying Burrito Brothers? Is that funny?
Yeah.
It kind of is. Do you think the Flying Burrito Brothers is a stupid name for a band?
Ooh, for a band. Well, here's my question.
Yeah,
Who's in the band?
Who's in the band?
Yeah.
Well, this is a real band. Like they were a band back in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Flying Burrito Brothers. What kind of music did they make?
It was like country rock.
Yeah, you would listen to that.
What's that mean?
Am I wrong? You sang How I Got to Memphis in the opening.
I did do that, didn't I?
That's just the truth. Flying Burrito Brothers. I would say
your answer is taking quite a while.
You said you wanted to pad for time, so you told me to pause it out. I would say Running Enchilada Siblings would be a better name because I like enchiladas a lot. And they would make rap music.
Why'd you say it like that?
Rap music.
Billy, I'd like to thank you for coming on our show.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Yep.
What's up? What's up?
If you love somebody enough, you go where your heart wants to go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. I know if you'd seen her, you'd tell me, 'cause you are my friend. I've got to find her and tell her the trouble she's in. And if you tell me that she's not here, I'll follow the trail of her tears. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. She get mad and she used to say,